instructional excellence. We have this, it's called the Common Core Toolbox. That's something that states put out. It is not a comprehensive curriculum. It doesn't tell you that you have to teach this chapter, this lesson, this week, and then move to this lesson, and this activity, and this grade level learning expectation before October 2nd for this test. None of that. What it does tell you is a general scope and sequence, a general direction for the year. No strict pacing, no strict timeline, but a general direction. If you go to louisianabelieves.com and you look at their resource page, you'll see this classroom support toolbox. From that resource page, you then have the scope and sequence. So it gives you a general year plan for any subject. Someone give me a subject that you're teaching.
Social studies.
Well,
Not gonna be there.
unfortunately, the
Okay.
disadvantage of social studies.
There you go. We could go with ELA.
Eighth grade English.
8th grade English?
7th, 8th, it doesn't matter. Either one.
They're just little Word documents. You open up. There we go. Now, it doesn't tell you how long you need to spend on a unit. That's your professional judgment. And it gives you some example text, but clearly you can use whatever you need. It's very flexible in terms of text. You focus on the skills, not on the text. But you look at this. Unit 1, you can read Flowers for Algernon. Unit 2, you can do the Telltale Heart. This is how you're going to increase the text complexity as you progress through the unit. And here's how you're going to integrate PARC, Model Content Framework. So they reference the Model Content Frameworks so you can see additional information. Now the important thing is the second page. For a unit, you have your main text, but then you have all these supporting documents for them to pull from and other little excerpts you're going to read. I would say on the Common Core it's going to be rare that you read an entire book. What you're going to do is you're going to read certain chapters that have key themes, certain excerpts that you're going to need. So you might actually read, let's see, in Unit 2, the Telltale Heart. That might be the one text you read, the whole thing. But then you're going to use all of these backup texts to help explore different themes, to get different evidence for writing. And then notice, there's a unit focus. Students will analyze the text for truth, focusing on how reality is altered by perception or emotion. There is your theme. And then look at this. These are the Common Core State Standards you're going to address in Unit 2 for reading, for writing, for speaking and listening, and for language. And then they even have a section with sample research for that unit and what you're looking at. So once you start putting together your knowledge, your general information you've gotten from the Common Core in today's presentation, and then you start looking at what the state is specifically giving you as guidance.
That's the toolbox. That's the Louisiana
Yes,
toolbox
ma'am.
right
Now this is getting away from in-school textbooks.
Yes.
And
Quite frankly, it is.
so when you pull these sample readings, to print them and give it to the students, all that is taken into consideration by the state? I mean, cost-effective measures here.
Well,
I know I might be getting off topic, but
no, that's
there was
perfectly
a question that
understandable.
just popped in my head.
There are, obviously, once a story is older, you're not going to be reading Jurassic Park and making copies of that. But Telltale Heart, I'm pretty sure no one's going to claim the copyright if you make copies on it.
Right.
And some of them are open market and free copyrights. I will say this, you don't have to necessarily print it. You can display it on a whiteboard, have students read, practice their listening and speaking skills in class, and then parlay that into, all right, you're going to be looking up text on the computer.